Hello, good day to all of you. My name is Blair and welcome to another OS operating system. Today, we're gonna take a look into Linux Lite 7.2. It is a stable and lightweight and Windows-like operating system. So let's take a look into this. Let's take a first look into this one as we start with searching for the Linux Lite. So let's open this one. So Linux Lite is a simple, fast, and free operating system, and it is also a lightweight. Let's look into this information. It is lightweight and gateway to Linux world, and it is smooth and possible, and it is free, and it is based on Ubuntu LTS long-term support series. It is easy to update. That's the advantage of this one. It is just 2 clicks to update your system, and it has more information. And of course, you could also help them by giving some support, either $10, $20, or sometimes you could customize it. But if you want just to try it, you can also just click $0. So here is the feature right here. So we have some screenshot of this operating system. As you can see, it is stable and it is very easy to navigate this one. Even the Office suite, it has full feature of Office suite. You could play your VLC because VLC is actually a Linux application that is being used also in our other operating system like our Windows and Mac. You could also install the Microsoft Edge, a cross-platform web browser owned by Microsoft. You could also install some of the Windows design application, as you could play it on Linux. So this is their manual, installation guide, languages. They also have the information for their updates, software partition, and much more. Okay, let's close this one. Let's proceed to the operating system. So let's click download. You have this. This is the latest version, which is right now with Linux Lite 7.2 version. It's just only November 1st when they released the 7.2 version. And of course, more information. Let's go down right here. Let's zoom in a little bit. So system requirements for the Linux 7.2 series, we have the 1 GHz processor, 2 or more. It also requires 2 GB of random access memory or your memory. And for your storage or your disk or your SSD or your NVMe or your HDD, only 20 gig is minimum requirement. And of course, all those stuff is very minimum. So let's go down right here. So the desktop environment is actually xfce, and the web browser is using Chrome. Email client is using the Thunderbird application. For the Office suite, they have LibreOffice 24.2.6.2. Media player, of course, the world's famous VLC. Linux application is also cross-platformed in our different operating system like the Mac and Windows. For system backup and restore, we have Time Shift. And Thonar is the file manager. The operating system, Linux Lite Series 7.2, is based on Ubuntu 24.04.1. So all the information right here are being posted right here on the linuxliteos.com. So let's go to our download. So let's select. I am near, let me see, I'm here in Thailand. They don't have any Thailand, but they have near Thailand, which is Vietnam. So let's click that one. And then if you are near any particular country, you just click on that one. And of course, you could click this one, the ISO file. I already did ISO file. It's already in my system. So let's open my VirtualBox. I'll be using Boxes by Genome. I also have the virtual machine, but I prefer this one. It is much easy. Okay, so let's go to Linux Lite. Okay, here it is. Let's open this one. I'm gonna give the virtual machine maybe around 8 because I have a little bit larger memory right here. Storage, I'll be pushing it into 50 gigabytes. Okay, let's click and run this one. Of course, we have this selection. Just go for the live session first before you install it. Don't worry about this a little bit. It will take a little bit longer. It depends on your computer or processor or your random access memory or RAM. So it will take several minutes probably for the live boot. Before we install, we just gonna take a look first before we install it. And of course, we will also demonstrate on how to install this on your system. Okay, we are now in our live session. Of course, it is not yet perfect for my virtual display, so I have to click my settings right here to arrange my display settings. Go to the settings and then display. And it is not in my 1080, so I'm using the 1080 display with 16:9 resolution. Let's click apply for that one and keep the configuration. Okay, now we have the right display for my virtual machine. So this is their welcome page. So you could click right here for the installation, driver, and of course all those stuff, even the dark and light mode. Okay, so let's try to install this in my virtual machine. Let's click that one and it is loading right now. So as you can feel it, like it is like a Windows, right? Even they have the icons, the notification. It's just like Windows. Let's continue with our installation. Let's click English as we use English language even in our keyboard layout. Just ignore this one first because we are still installing it in our virtual machine. So download the updates while installing Linux. Okay, let's continue. Now, either you have the Windows, so you could click alongside with Windows, but I don't have any Windows installation in my virtual machine, so I just gonna click the whole installation process. If you have the Windows, it will appear alongside. You could install alongside with it. No worries to uninstall or delete or erase your Windows partition. Just use the alongside so that you still have the Windows operating system. So let's click continue right here. Okay, my time zone, where am I? I'm here in Thailand. My time zone will be in Bangkok. And I have to select my username. As you can see, I'll be using this one as my name of my computer, RialbbeTV, and of course I'll just gonna put my super secret password, which is only 4-digit, just for my personal computer. Okay, let's click continue. So it is now copying the information to our virtual disk. If you have the hard disk or your SSD or your NVMe, it will also be installed on that one. Be reminded, if you install alongside with your existing operating system like your Windows, you have also the option. So let's wait to finish install of this operating system in our computer system or virtual machine right now. So you have all the information right here, like the internet. You could also browse, view, of course, your social media platform, connect to your friends and family, even your Office right here, Microsoft Office compatible with the LibreOffice. It is powerful Office suite, including our Writer, Calc, Impress, and Base. Of course, your multimedia, like your VLC, which is very popular. And of course, your Kodi for your media center. Hardware, it support variety of hardware like your AMD and Intel. And of course, for your printers, digital cameras, hardware support is always expanded. Of course, it will be available. And of course, it is also recommended to try the customs kernel. Let's move on. Gaming in Linux, you could always use the Stream, because Stream OS or Stream is a Linux cross-platform application, and it is very popular even in Windows. Compatibility is awesome right here. All your files and program, yes, of course, you could always open it, because even the Microsoft developers are also using the Linux. That's why they have the GitHub, because the Git or the GIT is actually a Linux compiler application. It compiles for making a application for Linux, but Microsoft bought the GitHub. Now it is owned by Microsoft for developing Linux application. Updates, click menu, favorites and updates, and follow the on-screen instruction. It is just only simple clicking, not like in Windows that is a little bit confusing. Right here in Linux, it is very easy. You just click one click, 2 clicks, you're done. And of course, your all information right here on the bottom. Even you could like click this one so that you could see all those stuff going on. It is more transparent. If you don't understand this one, it's okay. You could like always click that one. Alright, so we already finished complete our installation. Let's try to restart our system as we have our initial boot and welcome page. Okay, let's click our Linux Lite 7.2 and let's full screen so that you will not be confused with different menu, which is I'm using the big Linux as my base and main operating system. Let's click this one. So this is our initial boot. First time ever to boot as after we install the operating system. Okay, let's enter our super secret password and hit enter. Alright, so we are now in our initial. Let's open our settings first and display settings. Let's go to my correct display resolution, which is 1080, and aspect ratio is 16:9. Let's close this one and make it in the center, this welcome page. So this is their welcome page. It is lightweight and it is stable, fully functionable, and of course it is your everyday operating system. You have the web browser, email client, even your office suite, media player, your image editor, and so on. Get the best possible start to using Linux Lite. Browsing the information below right here. You could go step by step right here. It's all checked right here, so which means it is already done. So we have also the support if you need some manual online support, if you have some problems or maybe you are confused on how to deal with the Linux operating system, you could always contact the support group. And of course, they say that Linux is toxic group. No, that is the unofficial. Okay, the unofficial, because the unofficial, it's a little bit like crazy. I know. If you are like having some trouble, sometimes the non-developers are going crazy just to put you down. Go to the official support group like the Facebook, the YouTube, the Reddit, and the Discord. Okay, so every time you start up, you could click this one as start on dialogue, or you can just close it. Okay, so let's start with our desktop user interface. So it feels like Windows, right? Oh, we have update. Maybe later we're gonna update this one. So we have the icons right here, right? So it's basically like Windows. We have start menu right here. We could like click that one. We have the quick launch right here. So the quick launch with the show of different windows. We have the Google Chrome. We also have the file manager and the terminal. Right here we have the two displays right here, the left and right, but you could also have the workspace. It depends on your workspace if you add more, just like in Windows too. Windows actually copied this one. And of course you have the notification area right here. You have the English keyboard. I didn't add any language yet. You also have the internet right here. So either you have wired like the Wi-Fi or the LAN network. This one is informing you that they have updates. And here is your volume control. As you can see, I'm scrolling my mouse for the volume control. It is responsive. And of course, they have the time and date. Okay, so that is our desktop user interface. And at the same time, let's try to look into the appearance. So let's click this one and desktop settings. Let's click that one. We have different wallpaper right here, so you could change whatever you want. It is basically right here. This is their default wallpaper, so let's try to look into other wallpaper. As you can see, I just click every image. It is very responsive. As you can see, I'm just clicking this different type of wallpaper and it is very responsive. So do check their wallpapers, okay? They have a lot right here. You could also change the backdrop. For example, if you have some other files, just go to your directory, select your directory, and for example you have this one, but of course I don't have. This is the initial, so let's just close it. So if you prefer this one or that one, or maybe this one, kitty cat playing with a flower, so you just click that one. What's this? It is, oh, so many Christmas lights hanging. Okay, how about this one? This is awesome. It is the, this is the graphics, computer graphic type of space and Earth. You have also the book right here. Ooh, the building. What do you prefer? This one or just this one or this one? Oh, this is Singapore. Okay, enough with the wallpaper. You could always go to the settings right here and just click the appearance. You could change the style right here. If you want to have the dark mode, yes, you could do that too, right? So this is Linux. You can do whatever you want. Let's go to the application. Let's go click this one. So all apps right here. So the all apps, you have all the alphabetical order of your application, and at the same time you have the search bar right here on the bottom. But if you want to have the categorize, you could also go right here. You have the settings, the accessories category. You also have the graphics right here, the internet, the multimedia, office suite, and the system. So let's go to the settings first. They have the abouts right here. Let's click that one. So this is my abouts, of course, settings. And of course you also have all those stuff right here if you want to change and configure your layout of your names and margins, and of course even your workspace. If you want to tinker with your and fine-tune your Windows manager, of course you could change that one. See, you have all those stuff right here. Accessories, of course, you have the calculator, the backup, your archive manager, your screenshot. For example, you want to screenshot something, entire screen, your active windows, or your region. For example, region, like that one, you just click that one and you have the option to capture the mouse pointer at the same time. So let me close that one. So making a bootable USB stick, you could also click that one. But if you have the option like the balena etcher, it is okay. And if you want to reformat your regular USB stick, you could click this one. Just follow the instruction. It is very easy. And of course, if you want to edit your photo, you have the image editor right here to create and edit your photos. This is the GIMP, or the GNU Image Manipulator program. And of course, if you have some scanner, you just plug and play and it will just works fine. In the internet, of course, you are familiar with the Google Chrome. That is actually a Linux application. Yes, Google Chrome is Linux. Let's click that one. See, it has all the information right here. What's new with Google? Yes, this is the new Google. It is more in Linux, but at the same time it is a proprietary software, so it is basically has a lot of ads. Then we also have the VLC media player right here. So when you click it, just play it like the good old days. So this is the VLC media player. It is a Linux app. And of course, you have the Office suite. If you are creating your documents, you use the word processor. So we call it the LibreOffice Writer. If you have some presentation, we call it, this one is a LibreOffice Impress. You need to impress with slideshow presentation, you know. And of course, you have the LibreDraw. I really don't know what is the counterpart of draw. Okay, how about the spreadsheet? Of course, spreadsheet, the calc, LibreCalc is also the analyzing on your information. This is for spreadsheet calculation, which is the Excel. And of course, data based. And if you want to click this one, you have the LibreOffice Community. And of course, if you have the LibreMath for your mathematics formulas, you could also use this one. Of course, you have all the templates right here. Okay, let's close that one. And the last one is our system. We have the partition, which you could create, reorganize, and delete your partition if you have a lot of partition. Okay. So you also have the package manager to install, remove, and update your system. Let's click this one because I need to let the updates. Okay. Before we have to open the Synaptic Package Manager, we need to enter our super secret password to authenticate our package manager. So right now we have this. Oh yeah, let me see, where is that? Yeah, there is the bottom right here. Let's apply update first. We need to update our system. So 2 clicks only, and then it is downloading and preparing everything. Now this is the information. Oh, we could not see that one. Let me change the appearance first because I changed it into like this. Yes, so let's click the update so that you could see everything. So 2 clicks and we're downloading, and probably it's gonna be installed after this one. So as you can see, it is installing and configuring the packages that has been downloaded for the update, and it's just only like 1 minute or two. So that is so not so long. Like in Windows you need to like wait for half an hour. Oh, we already reached 2 minute mark and we have already successfully finished installing. Okay, let's just close this one. I don't want to. Okay, let's just restart our computer. Okay, restart. So as you can see, we are now restarting, and okay, let's enter our super secret password and resume. Okay, every time we start our operating system, it flashes our start app or welcome app. Okay, let's go back to our installation. I want to install some of my favorite software. Okay, let's enter our super secret password. If you want to search, just click right here on the right upper corner. We have the search button, and of course, for example, if we are looking for the video editor, the Kdenlive, and then we have the nonlinear video editor. So let's install, mark, install, yes, and then click apply to apply, download everything. It will just be like that. It will be installed and do their thing. It's actually, Linux is actually an AI. So you don't need to like click something. It has all the packages that you need on the package manager or the software manager. That's why Windows copied it, and of course in Mac you have also your software there in the store, the app store of the Apple. So because Linux and Unix, which is Mac, the Mac OS is basically a Unix operating system. It is the same with Linux because they are actually similar, very similar, even how to write the application. So it's basically their cousins. Alright, so everything is finished. Okay, you could close this one, and then we could like open the Kdenlive, which is under the multimedia. There it is. So it is opening right now. We could full screen that one. So this is the video editor of the Linux. So I use this in editing this video. Okay, let's close that one. We still have some update, so let's open this one. Okay, I think it's already done. Okay, let's open the Synaptic Package Manager again. Let's click if they have some updates. If you have some broken packages, you could click this one, by the way. Okay, everything is updated. We don't have any updates, so that's cool. Okay, so for our recommendation and conclusion and remarks, I recommend this operating system, Linux Lite 7.2. It is stable and lightweight. It is suitable and very friendly for the newcomer or beginners to Linux operating system. Remember that Linux is the kernel-based operating system, so it is based on Linux kernel. It is very stable. In installing, It is very easy. It is not complicated like Arch Base or Arch Linux. Feels like Windows. Yes, this is absolutely Windows. User experience, this is very, 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 very easy. It's basically, how do I say this one? It is basically like Windows. It's like Windows, but not 100%. Of course, if you want to install your preferred, like the Microsoft, we could also search that one. Like here, let's try to look for Microsoft. See, you have all the Microsoft applications right here. You're just gonna scroll. How about let's look for Edge, Microsoft Edge. See, even Microsoft Edge is here. Let's right click the mouse and mark install, and let's apply. See, it is much faster and easier to install Microsoft Edge web browser compared to Windows operating system, which is they're based on. Okay, let's close this one. It's already installed our web browser. So the web browser of Microsoft is also available right here. So the user experience will be very, very easy for all of you. You just click that one, focus, or the information type. So you could always like do that. Okay, so see, it is very easy to use. Okay, let's try to change it into Celsius because I'm using Celsius right here. Okay, so that is our Microsoft network, the Microsoft Edge. Okay, you have also the cockpit if you want to, so you could also use that one. So let's close that one. So that is our experience in our Linux Lite 7.2. So yeah, if you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. Okay, so let's close this one. And how to shut down, of course, just click right here. Log out, switch user, screen lock, or just click the one. You have the options restart, shutdown, and suspend. So that's about it for now. I'm Blair, your science, computer, and mathematics teacher. This has been the OS operating system series Linux Lite 7.2. Bye for now and see you in the next episode. Ciao. Let's click shutdown. Shutdown.